Hi all. Hey, I'm back again. It's been a long time. This time we're going to go through the essential apps that you have to do your church live streaming. Hi, welcome back. It's been such a long time. I hope you all are doing wonderful. Hey, I'm back again. Hopefully I'm going to be doing something more regularly. I'm planning to do a new video every 2 weeks at least, hopefully every week. And it's going to be covering again your favorite topics about how to run your live streaming for your church effectively. Now today what we're going to go through is the essential apps that I recommend for your church live stream. Now this is not an extensive list by any stretch of the imagination, but it will help you get started to create a professional looking live stream for your church. So it's not an in-depth detail, it's not an in-depth review. We're going to be going through those week by week for each particular step of this way, including the operating system, the basic software to run your live stream, and so forth. So let's get started into that. So we're going to first go to our first port, and our first thing is our base operating system. Now I recommend a Linux-based distribution because the reason being it's free, it's open source, nothing's going to happen to it and stuff. You can stay on whatever you want or upgrade as you see fit. Basically, if things change, you still will have the ability to run your live stream or run whatever you're doing at church using an open source operating system such as Linux. I personally recommend Fedora. Now I've used this for many years. I've used it since I think it's 2006. So that's from Fedora Core 4, and now we're on Fedora 35, I think it is. Yeah, Fedora 35. So they usually do 2 updates every year. So I've been using this operating system for a very long time, and over the years, especially in recent times, it's become super stable, super reliable, and I've been using it as my daily driver for everything I've been doing for a while. Now, don't be discouraged. It is not that difficult because this is going to be used as an appliance in your church. So basically, you set it up at your church so that it actually can be the stand, just like you use a particular toaster item or anything like that. You wouldn't think of doing anything else with it but doing your live stream, right? And that's how you set it up. You set it up for one job and one job alone. Okay, so whether it's for your worship presentation or it's for OBS, that's what you do. So anyway, I'm working on an operating system based on Fedora, so that everything that I'm talking about here will be pre-installed, so you don't have to go through the hoops and the loops to get everything installed accordingly. But I'm also working on a custom script so that you can download Fedora from this website here, get Fedora, and run a script, and then it will install all the apps automatically as well. So either way, you can just go from directly, so to speak, from the horse's mouth, grab my script, update the system, and you're good to go. Okay, so what's next? What else do we need for our live stream? Well, that's of course quite obvious. You're probably expecting this. OBS. OBS is a very functional and a very powerful live streaming program. I recommend this over the others because it is customizable. They have a huge community support and a community base with lots and lots of plugins, and I'm going to be running through some of those plugins as well. For myself, I use the Move Transition, I use StreamFX, I use Downstream Keyer Layer, and there's a host of others that I use quite regularly. And when we go through the OBS in the later episodes, I will go through which plugins I recommend to really improve your stream as well at the same time. So OBS will be the core program that you will be using to live stream on the internet. Okay, now what's next? Your in-house worship and your live stream worship. The lyrics that you use to display those can be quite tricky to have one inside and one outside. Now, OpenRP is a great beginning software. I like it. It's open source again. It's very customizable in the sense that it's very easy to use and you can create your own themes very easily. It's very nice. They've done a lot of work, so thanks guys for that particular program. Now, what it doesn't do is multi-stage views quite well. It does have stage views by default, but the current one is mainly for the back, for your worship teams to see what's going on. Now, what I've created is a custom stage view back, which allows OBS to be able to be used and have a different view from what the congregation sees. So you can use a traditional theme in OpenRP, but in OBS you can create a nice custom lower third that will overlay your particular live streaming accordingly. So that's with you can look here and it shows you how to do the custom stage views that I've created that used as a plugin into OBS to create an overlay inside OBS. Now, I'm going to go through these in detail again in other videos coming up, so don't worry too much about this and say, oh, I don't understand this, Stephen, what's going on? Well, Stephen's going to explain that for you, okay? Don't worry, we're going to have other videos that are going to cover how to install Linux, how to install OpenRP, how to install OBS, and how to put those all together. But there's some other companion apps that are going to help you with OBS as well, and that's LibreOffice. You know, LibreOffice is very useful for creating standalone presentations and word processing documents and spreadsheets as you would do in Office yourself, that you're probably quite familiar with. But the difference is it is free. So that's really, really cool. It's free. It's compatible with Microsoft Office. And I'm going to show you later on in other videos how to, when you're importing slides from Office into OpenRP, the biggest problem that I have with them is the fonts. Quite often they have some custom web fonts that are not embedded into the document that you save, the PowerPoint file that you save. So when you look at it, it doesn't look the same. So I'm going to show you some tips and tricks how to import them easily into LibreOffice, so that when you're using it on your computer, your presentation computer in your church, that you are good to go. You know, so this is what you've got now. You've got your OBS for your live stream, you've got OpenRP for your worship lyrics, and then you've got LibreOffice for any presentations for your speakers, your preachers, so that they can display their notes quite easily in your live stream, and of course in your congregations and your hall or your sanctuary. So we've done. Now what's next? Another handy plugin is H2R. H2R Graphics is a nice little plugin that is an independent program that creates lower thirds, timers and tickers and the like. You can even link your YouTube channel and play your comments on inside OBS. And with the latest version and stuff, under Linux, they're working on the native application, but it does work well in one. I've tested it out. There's some little bugs that I've actually contacted the developer. He's very, very interactive with his community, so I'm thumbs up. It's really, really good to see. But I've got it working inside Wine. And I'll go through the details of actually how that actually works and how they set it up, how to customize it to what you like. You could even buy they've got a professional version and a free version. The free version is, for most people, will be absolutely great. It's good, and it has a nice clean web output which is transparent, which you can use inside OBS without adding any custom filters. It is a great update, and I really recommend this program for your live stream to improve it. Again, we're not going through the details here. I'm just running through the apps that you can use inside your live stream. Okay, what's the next one? The next one is the final one, is Deckboard. Now, Deckboard is a Stream Deck replacement based in software. It is free. They have a professional version which has a larger deck, but that's the only real difference. So the great thing about it, it's completely free. It runs on Windows and it runs Linux as a server. Mac, I'm sorry, they don't seem to have a version, but you can install the server on Windows and in Linux really, really easily. Download the program, get it up and running. Then you can create your custom buttons accordingly and control OBS, control H2R graphics as well, and make it all nice and seamless. In fact, that's what I'm using now. I've got my tablet and I'm pressing the little buttons to bring up all the particular scenes accordingly. And you can make custom multiple macros, and it's really, really customizable. And again, this is going to be in a later episode showing exactly how to use it, how to set it up, how to make it really smooth so you can create that nice, slick looking live stream. Now, so there we have it. What do we have? I recommend a Linux distribution for your operating system, OBS, OpenRP, LibreOffice for your presentations, H2R graphics for creating custom lower thirds, and Deckboard for making it easier for you to transition between your scenes and actually controlling your live stream. So there we have it. So we've come to the end of it. Look, you can find me on Facebook, and you can join me there. That's the best way to contact me, to actually get more information, more feedback, and talk to me quite easily. You can also like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube, believe it or not, I think the last time I checked, 90% of you aren't subscribed. So please subscribe. Please check a like and please leave a comment of how you think about that. Tell me how I'm doing. Tell me what you'd like to see on this channel, and I'll try my best to it and put it into the schedule. So, as always, till next time, be empowered by God and go all the way with God. God bless.